Oh, that was good. We did
That was
it
pretty
all
darn.
at the same time. That
That
shit
was
was so dank. That duck was so bug.
so I guess I should ask before any of you go rest. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah.
How much time do we
Does
have?
my
Just a
room
day,
have a
right?
balcony? Oh, sorry.
We'll go with Gareth Firth. You said balcony.
Yeah, does my room have a balcony?
Sure. Yeah. It's got a
All right.
balcony.
So, Sheldon Irons is gonna lock her door. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure that the main room that the senator is staying in doesn't have a balcony, and then
It does
set
not.
up the old camp stove out on the balcony
Yep.
and cook up some supper.
Yep.
Hello, room service. I think there's a fire in the building.
And nope, you can't fucking tell. It's on the balcony,
I'm
asshole.
smelling. I have my window open and I can smell smoke.
No, you can't. It's a camp stove. It's small. Fuck you.
Make a listen with the nose check.
Starting.
Is there a
1%.
smell check in this?
I
Don't
hate
think
you.
so.
Can I make a listen check?
I hate you so much.
A listen? You can
To
make
see
a
if I can
spot
hear
hidden.
for the. Can I hear for
You
the
can spot-
crackling?
You can make a spot hidden, I'd say, for
Okay.
smell.
Spot
Eh.
for smell.
Ooh, that smells rather good. Room service. You have a pot roast down there you could just send up.
For
Right away,
reference,
sir.
89 out of
Thank you.
35.
Oh yeah.
Also, send one to every other person in my suite with a bottle of whiskey.
Right away, sir.
Thank you kindly. Much obliged.
All right, Grant, you had something that you wanted to do, yeah?
What was I? Oh yeah, do we just have a day?
Right now, this is like around 6 p.m. I'd say you're all kind of settling in for the night. You just had a long day of travel. I shouldn't say a long day of travel, but it was a little bit of a trouble finding your way around the town, so it took a little bit longer than you might have expected.
Cool. I'm gonna read that book that I stole. Got
Oh,
acquired.
the one written in Germany or written in German.
Written in
Yeah.
I mean, it probably was written in Germany, but written in German,
Now, who knows? German people leave Germany.
There's only one
because-
way to learn.
and that is to try
Mhm.
make a language German check. So roll a D100. If you roll a 1, then you succeed.
You understand the whole book.
I'm still gonna flip through the pages for the record.
Sure.
Maybe look at the pictures.
There are a few pictures, I'd say.
You
Ooh.
can spend
You could
14,
spend
luck.
14 luck.
Ooh, I could do that. No, I'm good.
And just fully understand German. I've
I see
through
the code.
lie.
Yeah, you haven't really had a lot of experience with German,
Mhm.
the German language.
Yeah,
probably.
I should have known that actually.
So you kind of flip through and you recognize a couple words here or there, maybe a phrase or two, but nothing that you can actually cohesively understand.
Any cool pictures?
There's a couple pictures, I'd say. Cool. I don't know if that's necessarily a word I'd use for them. They're a little bit unsettling. They're kind of like that, like medieval like art, where it's kind of
Macabre.
like that off, like it's just off kind of.
Oh, like it just doesn't look like a person.
right,
Like how
like
they
it's,
don't understand how to draw babies.
yeah, things like that. Like it's and it's not very frequent, but there are some images in here. But they're all very kind of unsettling like that. They're just not very realistic, I guess. Is a good way
Interesting.
to put it.
I'm onto something.
I would like to when the bellboy gets up with my pot roast, I would like to question him a little.
Sure. This kind of mousy looking man comes up rolling in this cart with several pot roasts. And as he comes up, he says, yes, someone ordered room service here, I believe.
Yes, that's me. Thank you kindly. Just to clarify, so we were sent here to like investigate the cults in the Where are they again?
Right. So the only thing that you've had so far, information-wise, is a group called Starry Wisdom, which is as the researchers figured out last session, definitely a cult of some kind.
Okay.
But yeah.
Now, boy.
Yes.
Do you know of a group called the Starry Wisdom, or the Wisdom of the Stars, or something along those lines?
Not off the top of my head. Is this something I should know? Is this?
No, it's just a group active in the area. I'm folding $100 bill in between my fingers, and I'm like, now if you could give me any information about them, it would be worth your time.
Okay. Make a credit rating check. Ooh.
Easy.
So that is a 42 out of 90. So that is a hard success.
Hard success. Oh boy.
He kind of looks around and looks at the dollar or the $100 bill that you're kind of flipping around in your hand, and he says, "Look, I don't know much about any cult or anything, but if you want to learn some kind of,
I'm just trying to learn some wisdom from the stars.
I'd go look for maybe go check with Father Merluzzo. He might know some more things about this.
I hand him the 100.
He gladly
thank
takes
you
it.
kindly.
He gladly takes it and pockets it and says, "And of course, sir, if there's anything else I can help you with, let me know."
Cool. I write it on my hand.
Yep.
I prop open a bottle of whiskey and pour myself a glass.
Perfect.
And then start drinking from the bottle.
I like it.
I just take an entire pot roast. I kind of knock on everybody else's rooms. I bought pot roast for everyone.
Professor.
I know we probably could have shared one, but I really want my own pot roast.
Professor Engels kind of steps out of his room and he says, "Oh, that's very kind of you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, though. I'll gladly take it. Oh, it smells great."
Now, if there's anything wrong with it, I will personally scream at the chef. So just let me know.
Iron steps out with 2 tin plates of hash browns, and just says, "Oh, thank you, Senator. You want some hash browns?"
You know what? I will try your hash browns.
Yeah, come have some hash browns, Senator.
And I go over and try the hash browns. Wait, where did you make these?
I had them still fresh from yesterday.
These are piping hot.
Yeah,
Can I investigate? Can I investigate
Doors
the pot
closed.
and see if we can see Can I investigate the pot and see if I can see ash on the pot?
These are tin plates.
Can I see if I can see
Let's see.
a burn,
bro.
recent
It's a
scorch
plate.
marks?
It's a plate, bro.
Oh,
it wasn't in the
plate.
fire.
True.
Okay, let me
Can I
pull
roll
this up.
Can I roll a smell check now?
Let's see. Do a psychology roll.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that'll do.
Oh.
62 out of 10.
I believe you. Rather, not I believe you. I want to believe you, or else I think I will have an aneurysm.
Have some hash browns. Hash browns are always
And I'm
good.
gonna call up the bellboy again. I'm gonna call up the bellboy again and say, "Hey, do you guys have pie?"
The person who answers says, "You want some pie? We got pie. How much do you want?"
Well, how good is the pie? Is it like a scale of 1 to 10?
Sir, you do know that you're staying at one of the nicest places here in the region. It's a 10.
Send up a pie.
Just one.
2. Let's give me an apple and a boysenberry.
Of course. The phone hangs up, and about about 10 minutes later,
that was fucking quick.
The same kind of mousy looking man kind of walks in and says, hello again. You ordered
Why,
a
thank
couple
you.
pies, of course.
Yes, of course. And I kind of I tip him like probably a 20, and then because I don't
Sure.
understand how money works.
Yeah, sure. He gladly takes it.
That's a normal tip, right? $20.
Oh, absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Oh, thank you. Oh, have a nice day.
And
I cut myself a slice of pie. How good is this pie?
On a scale of 1 to 10 for your perspective, it'd probably be closer to an 8. It's still quite good, but
I could have done better.
Probably with a little bit more time and the right utensils, you probably could have made a better pie.
My character is heavily considering going downstairs and just like, now this is how you do it. But no, my character will just take a slice of each pie and kind of retire to his room. He falls asleep early.
Okay.
Wait,
so,
what time is it?
It'd probably be like after the pot roast stuff time to cook, between 7 and 8 p.m.
My character's 65. He goes to sleep around then.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. The other two, do you have anything you want to do before you hit the hay?
I'm not sure there's anything I can do. Quick question though.
Yeah.
When do we roll for the stuff that we had successful for last time?
You do that at the end of each
I see.
scenario. So it's during when you have not downtime per se, but when you have what's called the investigator rest period, I think, or something like that. So that usually comes. It can come in the middle of a session if I deem it so. Like I can just say, hey, you all have time to hone your skills, and you can do that then. But for now, since we ended just like right in the middle, you're still gonna have a little bit of time before those can get checked off. Yeah.
The only check I've passed is the one I can't like check off. I'm mad.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, not a lot happened last session in terms of checks, I guess, for everyone. That was more of a introduction session. So, all right. While you are all asleep, Garrett.
Yes.
As you slowly drift off, you probably had set aside some notes and maybe were flipping through your book, your family's book, comparing some notes that you may have took, probably adding a couple things that you learned from the experience at the library. And you kind of drifted off while you were doing that. And you kind of stir in the middle of the night. And as you do, you kind of open your eyes and you look up at the ceiling. And as you look at it, something seems strange. The ceiling is almost... It looks kind of like it's moving almost, inconsistently. And as you continue to stare, it almost looks like the pieces of the ceiling slowly begin to peel away. Pieces flying up into the night sky. But this night sky that you see isn't the one you're used to. This is something different, something alien. The stars are much closer than they should be, and they're much more vibrant and colorful than you would have expected them to be. You see purple, white, orange, black stars that you see just all around you. And as you look around, the entire room begins to fall apart behind you. And you begin to stare at one specific star until you realize that it's not a star. It is a small stone in the shape of... it almost looks like as if two pyramids were stuck together. Glowing extremely bright, but also dark at the same time. It's strange. It's almost like it's drawing light in. You see it is a black crystal with red striations covering it. And the striations, these vein-like, I guess, accessories are slowly pulsing with this red light. And you begin to reach out towards it, but you feel a hand grab your shoulder. It's familiar, and you look down and you see on the middle finger of the hand that's grabbing your shoulder, you see a ring, a familiar ring to you. What would you like to do?
So there's the stone in front of me, and there's the ring.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ring that seems familiar. Do I recognize the ring? Like where I know it from?
Yes, actually. Make just an intelligence check.
All right. Intelligence. 75 out of 60. Not a success.
As you look at it, it's something itching at the back of your mind. This person whoever the ring is attached to, it's someone familiar, but just by looking at the ring in the hand, you do not recognize them.
Do I have my stuff on me?
You look down, you're wearing your clothing, but other than that, the entire room has fallen away. You are standing on a very small piece of hardwood that would be the floor in here, that is like basically just fitting your form in terms of like where your feet are standing.
I see. Irons is gonna just go towards the. Is this sort of like a ones to one direction, ones in another?
Yep, it's the stone is about a foot in front of you, and the hand is grabbing your shoulder from behind you.
I'm just gonna spin around, fists up, to see who's grabbing my shoulders in my dreams, bro. We're gonna see who it is.
As you turn around, you see the upper half. There's no lower half, but you see the upper half of a very familiar person. Someone who you, for some reason, your thoughts have been muddled for a very, very long time. But as you turn and look at them, some thoughts come back. You see right behind you, for just the briefest of seconds, the face of your uncle. The uncle that you can't remember his name, but you know that it's your uncle. But as you turn and look, this figure vanishes. And as it does, the room itself begins to slowly piece itself back together, growing faster and faster and faster as the stone behind you drifts away, away, away before it vanishes in the night, and you awaken laying in your bed. I'd like you to make me a sanity check, please.
Woo! For reference, is this the same uncle in the picture?
Yes, it is.
72 out of 62.
Okay, you lose one sanity.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It was just kind of a shaky experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, you wake up in a cold sweat. It is uncomfortable. You look towards a nearby clock, and I'd say you'd see it's about 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, Irons just gets out of bed, changes into something a little less gross, and gets down and dirty with the journal, and tries to piece together if this mysterious uncle has any actual part in the family, or if this is a trick.
Sure. As you flip through the book, you are turning page over page over page, and of course your family members are in this book. It is your family's book, written, probably for passed down in your family for a long time. So you maybe have connections to your great grandfather in here even. But as it continues, you look on every page, every possible place that might have an image or a mention of anyone, and you can find nothing relating to an uncle that you may have had. This person, you are 100% sure that this person is your uncle, but you cannot remember their name, and you don't remember any experiences with them, and that aggravates you.
And they're not in the journal? Or they are in the journal?
They're not in the journal.
Yeah, okay. Sheldon Irons is going to chalk this up to something ain't right. Something's real not right, and is going to start looking into the idea of some sort of weird phantom family member within the texts she's got access to now.
Sure. Go ahead and make me an occult roll.
Waha. Also making use of the manuscripts and such.
Sure thing. Yeah, you get the new information.
Oh, did we do improvement rolls after last time?
We did not. There wasn't enough events that occurred last session for that to occur, I think.
Oh,
So.
okay. 51 out of 75. That's a success on the occult roll.
A success. You, as you kind of go through, from an occult standpoint, as you begin to scan these documents, nothing stands out to you. Of course, there's mention of spirits and hauntings and how family members can stick around, but there's nothing specific necessarily directed towards your family, and it definitely, most accounts are something, if it's not something that has been recorded yet, you could be dealing with something new, or it could just be stress. You have been working kind of hard, but it is possible that it may not be something supernatural. But you can't find any information.
Can't be, though. Like, Irons just doesn't accept the idea that this isn't somehow supernatural, because she's got the picture for evidence that this is something that's concrete.
Absolutely.
Like, this uncle exists. Yeah, but that's what she does. She just wakes up real early and does that all night.
Sure thing.
At the point where she thinks the professor might be awake, she's just gonna knock on his door so that they can get back to business.
Sure thing. Yeah, I'd say somewhat early in the morning. He is an early riser, so as you knock, he opens and he's already he's already dressed. And he says, "Oh, good. All right. I think if I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I think we should probably start looking around at some of the local establishments today and try to see if we can narrow down the search anymore. This is a big place.
Ain't no more looking in the lore we could do? Nothing like that?
It could be. There could be some locations here in town that could be that, but I think this is going to be also more of your other companion's job of maybe persuading or loosening some people's lips with financial lubrication. But
I ain't got financial lubrication, but and she just sort of holds up the revolver.
Oh, no. I hope it doesn't come to that. I was more referring to the senator friend of yours, and possibly the well recommended private investigator that we have along with us.
Yeah, ain't too bad at that.
There are locations we can examine here in town from a book standpoint, but that can only get us so far. I think we're going to need some actual legwork on this one. So we'll wake them up, and then we can decide how we want to go about this, I guess.
We shouldn't do that. Senator don't like getting woke up early. He's going to wake up.
All right.
Real
that's
particular about
fair.
You want some breakfast, though? Don't tell the senator, but camp stove set up out on my balcony.
Oh, sure. I absolutely love some breakfast. Thank you.
Yeah, come on in. And she just strolls back into her room.
He follows.
Heads out over to the balcony. There's just stuff. It looks more like a campsite than a room.
Sure.
There's a wall that's just somewhere she got tacks, and she's just tacked things into the wall. Important notes, pieces of paper. There's the string up as well.
Sure. Cool.
Cook a little brekkie.
And he sits down, and I assume you have the food all set, and he takes his hash browns and eggs. And you sit down and you have a nice breakfast.
Yeah.
Grant, you probably wake up at about this time. I would assume, it's maybe between 8 and 9 in the morning.
Yeah, sure.
You do smell some pretty decent cooked food nearby.
I'm gonna follow that smell.
Similar to the first session where you let your nose drift you along following the scent. You can definitely tell it is cooking breakfast, fresh cooked breakfast coming out of Iron's room.
Ooh, I'm starving. then I get food. Where is it? It's coming from his room, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
knock on the door.
Excellent. Irons, you're knocking on your door. You're about halfway done with your breakfast at this point, probably.
Yeah, Irons just, in a one smooth motion, puts down the plate, pulls out the revolver, and points it at the door before she realizes she's in a hotel. Goes,
the professor
sorry
gets
about
really
that.
startled.
Sorry about that.
No,
Instincts. Slips
it's
it back
fine.
into the holster, and just is there like a peephole for the door?
Probably not in this door since it's inside of this primary room. It's connected to a larger room.
She cracks the door a little, looks out.
You see Grant.
What is
Mr.
that
Grant?
delicious smell?
Only something if you're willing to not say anything to the old senator.
No, I won't tell.
Come on in. She just cracks the door the rest of the way. Oh, Professor, Mr. Grant. Sure you met him.
Oh yes, we did meet.
I'll throw a couple eggs on the old stove. You like hash browns?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
You know I love hash browns.
Then hash browns right over there on that plate. She just heads back out to the stove and cracks a couple eggs. Sorry, I ain't got any bacon, nothing like that. Don't keep too good.
I was practicing my German last night. I learned this phrase. Here, listen to this. Wenn Sie das lesen, sind Sie schwul.
What?
Yeah, I don't know either, but it sounds cool.
Where are you learning German from?
There was this nice lady downstairs in the lounge area. She taught me a few lessons.
Huh. All right. Yeah, just make some eggs. Have a brick.
Oh my!
At the ripe time of 10:30.
Yep.
My character will rise.
Everything's cleaned up by the time he's awake.
Yep.
Yeah. My character rises. He's kind of stretches out his back. He puts on a robe that's 4 sizes too small. And that is the only thing he's wearing.
Nightmares.
Good.
He looks at all the pot roast that's left after everybody else. His is almost gone, but everybody else's is still mostly there, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Sheldon
The entire
Irons
pot
is
roast.
gone entirely. Everyone else has been having pot roast in addition to their other food for breakfast.
Oh yeah, valid. I'm looking at the 2 other pot roasts though, and I'm like, God damn it! And Sheldon, can I use your balcony for a little while? I need to dry out some meats.
Yeah, pass him.
And I start
'em out.
slicing. we get. You have the grits, or you have the racks, right?
Yeah, I got him. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
I love that he just knows the camp stove is set up and doesn't care.
Well,
He
no,
assumes
it's
it
not
to
even
be
a.
so.
I'm kind of willfully ignorant at this point. I'm just you have the racks, and we set up drying racks so the meat can dry.
Yeah, she sets it up so that he can maintain his willful ignorance.
But yeah.
They're very used to this rigmarole.
It's
Yeah.
I've yelled at her so many times at this point. It's not worth it.
It's so they're just used to it. It's like an old married couple.
Except one of them keeps setting fires in the room the other one's paying
It's
for.
like an old married couple.
Yeah, my character's also going to get a slice of pie with breakfast.
Yep.
You want hash browns, eggs?
Oh, of course. I already have a plate, a heaping
Yeah.
thing of pot roast eggs and
She
hash
just,
browns.
yeah, she gets them set up.
Okay, so what's the plan? And as I'm horking down everything, there's no you don't know where any one part of the plate stops and where the other part begins. It's kind of just a mash of pie, hash brown, egg,
As it should
and
be.
pot roast.
Me and the Professor Engels, we figured out a list of potentially interesting locations this morning. Other than that, I think it's mostly down to you two folk to, do what talky people do.
Well, I think the asylum is probably a good place to start. Maybe
Might
the
well be.
historical society. I could always visit my friends down at the police station. Can I roll to see if I know anybody in the police station?
Can I roll?
This is going to be a
money?
little bit more specific. So you could make a hard credit rating roll for me.
That's my middle name.
Oh, wow.
Boy! Extreme success. 18 out of 90.
Yeah. Police station.
I love that this one stat just breaks
Yeah.
everything.
You know you probably have know a couple people here. This is by no means a place you visit frequently. But it is you probably know a couple people here. Yeah.
Well, I know a friend of mine was transferred here a couple years back. I haven't talked to him since, but I feel I could maybe get some information out of him down at the police station. Now, after that, I'm ready for my mid-afternoon nap.
Senator, is this a talk, or is this and she just puts the revolver on the table?
It's a talk. Not and I point at the wall. It's just a talk. No guns.
Oh, all right. And she just puts it back. Gotcha.
No guns in the police station. Do not let them see no guns in the police station.
It's legal.
In the cities like this, it's frowned upon.
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment, yeah, that works down south. We're not down south right now.
Second Amendment works everywhere. It's in the U.S.
Not
Constitution.
up here. Yeah, but there's rules up here. I'm telling you this. I'm not asking.
The rules is you can have guns because it says it in the U.S. Constitution.
Yes, but I do not want it to cause trouble, which it might. So we might be able to, but it will actively impede our function.
She just reaches down, undoes the thigh holster, pulls the pistol out, opens her vest, and puts it in the vest holster that she already has.
Yep.
Now, did you just put that back on your person?
I can't see it if it's in the vest. Look, I'll wear the coat. You bought it for me. I don't like it, but I'll wear it.
That'll do. So now.
Oh, do they not take kindly to knives around here?
Knives, fine. Literally,
knives?
I could not care less. I don't think they're
like
paid enough.
Half the size of her leg.
Yeah. So long as it's in a holster and they can't see the handle, I'm good.
All right.
So yeah, following the letter of the law, not the heart of it. But
you really are, Senator.
Son, if you know me, you know I don't even follow that. But I'm gonna kind of like look around. I'm gonna take a look out this balcony, and also I'm going to like, can I roll a spot hidden to see if I can find any evidence of a fire?
Sure.
The fire is not just on the ground, man.
Well, no, because I'm trying to see if I'm mainly trying to see if we have to clean anything up so that I don't get charged extra.
Sure, you can be looking for a possible mess. That's reasonable.
Spot mess.
My character like looks outside. I rolled a 79 out of 35. My character like looks outside for like 3 seconds. That's good enough. And
Yep. You scan. Looks good. Everything's fine.
All right.
What other points of interest are there?
When we're looking, the Capitol might be of some interest, might be some sort of historical thing. The Academy of the Sacred Heart.
I could talk to the mayor.
Is real potential.
I've heard of him.
The cemetery might be something. The asylum, obviously. The university, you might find somebody. The Baptist church is also potential. The historical society. Police station's obviously smart.
Well, let's start with the
library
police station.
Might be someplace me and the old professor will hit
Well,
up.
I think we should split up, no?
Fort Independence, if you got any ends there, might be worth checking out.
An option.
All the churches. It's worth looking at all the churches in some respect. And I don't mean looking with my gun. I mean looking.
Nobody thought that.
Nah.
I thought that.
No, I thought that. I've gotten used to it at this point. Whenever he says any verb, I think he means shooting.
Look, that ain't even fair. It's only some of them.
My character is gonna say, okay, you two take the car. I'm gonna take the car down to the police station.
All right.
Wait, so how are we doing this?
Well, I'm gonna go talk to my police friend. How about we take an hour, you guys go visit one place on your motorcycle, and I will take the professor down to the police station.
Actually, I think I was going to go investigate possibly the Providence Bulletin. That sounds like the
Oh,
newspaper.
yeah.
That might be a good place to check
So
to see if
that
there's
is a
any
good place to check.
recent
should-
occurrences.
I think
If-
one of you should go with them.
If there's some kind of a, I just say if there's some kind of issue going on in town, it might be smart to go two by two.
Yes.
I'll tag along with
Actually,
the professor.
Okay. Well, you don't have a vehicle.
Professor's got his car.
I have my car, yeah.
That's not a Duesenberg J.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's a car.
Not, but it has 4 wheels and can move, so that's all I really need right now.
And,
All right.
Of all of us, Senator, Professor's the one who's most likely to get into trouble. Let's say.
They're
if-
reasonable.
If you
I
were going to
kinda-
get into trouble, they'd be getting into trouble with the senator, getting into trouble with the detective. Dead detectives are always bad. All I'm saying is, of everybody here, this gentleman right here is most likely to need to be undercover and need a pretty decent backup.
Reasonable.
I can make him a disguise.
So now,
Do you think a disguise would help?
Yeah.
It
Let
wouldn't at all.
me show
Nobody
you
even
something
knows
I've been
who you
working
are to
on.
begin
Can I
with.
make a disguise roll?
No,
Make
no.
a disguise roll.
Okay, cool. Oh no!
Wow.
10 out of 5.
oh, so
I
close.
think you got the same thing last time. Or pretty close to
Look,
it.
a
It was,
good mustache and glasses.
You could spend 5 luck.
Can't go wrong.
he takes it and puts them on, and he says, "Okay, I think I'm pretty much hidden."
Now,
So...
Where'd the assistant professor go?
Mr. Private Investigator,
We're going to get going.
where'd the professor's assistant go?
No,
I
Now,
don't.
I'm here.
Professor Engels is the assistant to the other professor, but he is also a professor.
yeah, but he's still an assistant.
Sure. Professor, you want to get going now?
Yes, that would make the most
Mr.
sense.
Private Investigator, would you like to come into my car and to go down to the police
I'll tag
station?
along. Why not?
Wonderful. Help me get these pies to the pie compartment.
Absolutely. How many pies are there?
There's 2, about half each left.
Okay, all right.
All right.
We carry these pies.
We will start, I suppose, with the Pie Squad.
The
So we'll go
Pie Squad.
the Pie Squad.
Pie Squad
You're-
Alpha.
You're heading to the police station.
Yes.
Excellent, police station. So you're heading. It's not too far away. It takes maybe I don't know, 10 minutes ish. I don't know, judge distance while I can't see the thing on the map. Yeah, it's close enough. You get there. It's a fairly large building considering the surroundings. And you see that there are a couple police vehicles parked up front, and you see a couple officers in uniform who are currently chatting outside of the building. It looks like one of them has a cigar, and the other is currently flipping through a small notebook. And it looks like they're talking about something. But what would you like to do?
Senator, it looks like those gentlemen are talking about something.
Oh, let's go investigate.
Yeah, that's why they pay me the big bucks.
They don't pay you the big bucks. They pay me the big bucks.
I pay you the big bucks, alright? Taxpayer dollars.
You're not the one paying taxes.
Alright, you got me there.
Oh my god.
Listen.
We're learning so
No.
much about these characters financially.
My character's gonna walk up to the people who are talking.
Okay. You see one of them, they both look Italian. They
They look at that.
yeah, I mean, they
I
look
can
Italian.
smell them and know they're Italian.
Oh god. They one of them, the larger one kind of turns to you and says, hello, can I help you?
Hello, large Italian man.
Hello,
I heard you.
large man.
Thank you. Now, I'm a senator from Georgia, and I have been with my friends investigating something in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of? I'm now flipping the 100 through my fingers again. Uh, have you heard of a what's this? The cult of Star Wisdom or whatever that is.
Hmm. Hmm. Make a credit rating check. I'm gonna say this will have to be a hard one though.
Ooh,
Oh!
easy. 33 out of 90. The only checks I've made are credit rating checks.
Yeah, but it is a hard success. As you twiddle around the $100 bill, he kind of thinks for a second and says, "Well, now that's not something that I have necessarily dealt with directly, but the name sounds somewhat familiar. You should probably go to the Spirito Santo Church if you want to get some possible information."
That sounds like you know a little more than you're letting on. Could I prod him a little more? Make a charm or something?
Sure.
Now, I could, if you are openly cavorting with a cult, I could make things a little, not very fun for you. Actually, no, I don't want to intimidate. It's really bad. I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm gonna say, now it would be mighty helpful if you could help me out. I'm helping the taxpayer, my constituents. This matters. It matters to people, and I think that you not telling me is taken away from the will of the people here.
Yeah, that's a persuade. If I've heard.
Oh.
Oi! Oi!
Oh no!
100 out of
Can I
55
push it?
charm. Push it
You
to
want to
the
push
limit.
So you know that if you push a critical failure and you fail it,
It's even worse.
that's really bad.
Okay, then I'm not gonna push it.
Okay. It is a critical failure, which is still bad, but
Not as bad as it could be.
not as bad as if you push it and fail it, because that would be, whoa boy. That would be probably arrested on the spot for some reason. But he kind of looks you over and says, "No, I think I've been as descriptive as I really want to be. If you want to find anything, I'll gladly take this generous donation. But if you want to find any more information, you're gonna have to go to the church to, maybe get some more information out of people over there. I'm kind of a busy guy." He takes
Thank
a
you
puff out of
kindly.
his cigar.
I hand him the 100.
He takes it.
And I'm gonna look in my wallet to see. Oh wait, how much I have left? I've spent 200 today.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or was the other 100 yesterday technically?
Oh, it would be. Yeah, because
Cool. So
that was for.
I have 150 left in my spending level. So
Yeah.
I'm going to okay, let's get back in the car and let's go down
Oh,
to
wait.
that,
No, I was
church.
gonna,
You're gonna.
yeah, I was not there for that.
Okay,
Is
cool.
there like a secretary in this police station? Like a front desk lady?
Yeah, there is. There's a person who looks like a nice young woman who is currently sorting through what looks like a couple of papers and is writes down a couple things on them.
Right.
And she sees you enter and she goes, "Oh, hello. Can I help you, sir?"
I say, yes, you can. Me and my buddies we're investigators and we're in town for a little bit. Do you think you could help me out by recovering some files for me?
Sure. Can I see your license, please?
License? Man, what if I
Yes,
didn't have a license?
You're an investigator. You said you're
Private
private
investigator.
You should have a form of I suppose, just to confirm you are who you say you are. No.
Do I have that? I don't know.
Out of character, yes, you probably would.
Okay.
I mean, you would have some form of identification to prove that you are an actual private investigator.
Cool.
It's not quite...
those I have cards that I hand. Can I hand her that?
Yeah, you hand her
I'll
that.
hand her my
She
license
takes
and
it.
the card with my number on it.
She takes it and she takes the card
And I
she
say that card
kinda
has
sets
my
it on
number
the
on
table. And she says, yes. Is it Grant? Mr. Grant, yes, okay. She kind of hands you back the license and she says, Yes. Of course, anything that would be considered public records, I can pass your way. But what is it that you are searching for?
Is there anything pertaining to cults in the city?
Huh, now that's a tough one. I'm not too familiar with a lot of this stuff around here. But I mean, there has been I believe activity in the past. I could dig around and see if I can find anything for you, but I don't know how long that will take. We have a lot of records saved here.
If you could, that'd be such a help.
Excellent. Again, I don't know how long it'll take. Is there anywhere I can reach you? Will you be back in your office in Boston, or?
I'm staying in a hotel, fancy one. Forget the name. What's it called?
Yes. No, certainly. I can reach you there then if I find anything. But I'm happy to help.
If not,
you,
call the
Kenshi.
number on my card now. I'll have my friend Nancy. She'll call me.
Sure, we'll do. Excellent. Is there anything else I can help you with?
You mentioned there are not so public records. Do you think any of those would have something on cults?
Make a charm check.
I'll take that.
Ooh,
61 out of 76.
so you can go 76 success. She kind of says,
And I'm a lady.
yeah. She kind of sits there for a moment thinking, and she says, "I'll do a little bit of poking around. I can't get you anything. I can't take anything out, but I can make some copies. And if I find anything interesting, I'll make sure to add it to the list."
Oh, you are a dog. Thank you so much. And then
Of course.
I give her like a little wink and walk away.
Mm-hmm. She kind of blushes a little bit as she kind of fiddles around with papers on the desk a little bit as you walk away.
Cool. I'm meeting back up with the senator.
Perfect. Who at this point has just finished conversing with the police officer. You both kind of converge back at the Duesenberg. And I assume you take off then.
Yeah, for the church that I now know about.
Perfect. Yes, okay, so you two are going to the church next?
Yeah.
Is that right, Marty?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then we're going to jump over to the Providence Bulletin with the Professor and Irons. The professor walks in and says, "All right, so I think this shouldn't be too difficult to kind of, get our foot in the door, but it may take a little bit of verbal persuasion to get us in to, I guess, examine some of the records, but hopefully it won't take too much talking."
Yeah, hopefully.
He kind of walks in and holds the door open for you, and then he goes up to a man who's currently, he looks like he's pretty old, maybe in his 70s, maybe late 70s, who is currently sitting behind this kind of tall desk. He walks up and has a couple exchanges with the guy, and they both kind of end up laughing a little bit, and the older gentleman kind of waves you both back. Engel says to you, I actually know that guy. He was a friend of my father's, so that actually wasn't too hard, thankfully.
Quite all right then.
So now, research crew, we are going to try to pick this place apart. We're gonna go down to the morgue, which is the place where they keep all the records and stuff. See if we can find anything interesting.
All right then.
So this gentleman leads you down to a hallway where there's a large room. You can smell like the kind of mustiness in this room. There's a lot of filing cabinets, a lot of paper, some books, but mostly articles. So in here, I would like you to roll me a library use check.
Do I get any assistance from?
Yeah, I'll say you
Professor
can. I'll
McSnuff?
say you can have a bonus die, or you can have the professor roll his own.
I'll go with that fat bonus die.
There you go.
Ooh. Oops. I accidentally input no bonus dice.
Ah, now that is an issue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
56 out of 30 with a 7 on the bonus dice.
All right, so
Nothing.
it takes a long time Probably about like 3 hours to actually sort through before you find anything that is of any use. But you do stumble upon an article, a July 1844 edition of the Providence Bulletin. It looks like it mentions the purchase of a Free Will Church of Federal Hill by one Professor Bowen, and the establishment of a religious cult there against the will of the local Catholic community. The priest at the time, Father O'Malley, was particularly vocal against the sect, calling it tantamount to witchcraft.
Well, this might be something. I ain't quite sure how much I enjoy the concept of taking the Catholics at their word, but worth a closer look.
He kind of looks over the paper and he says, "Huh, yeah, that might be something. We'll set that aside. But yeah."
Does the Duesenberg have a car phone?
Let me check.
Yeah, when were car phones a thing?
No. It's a quick Google search.
The service originated with the Bell system and was first used in St. Louis in 1946. Yeah, no, we're a little too early for that.
Too much in the future. I did look. There was one in the 1920s, but it was one guy that had it, and it was super unreliable and clunky. So that's something that you probably would not have. So yeah,
which church, for reference, is the Catholics?
The Catholic Church is the Spirito Santo Church.
Spirito Santo. Okay, cool. Can I try to determine what that means with my training in Latin?
Yeah, sure.
3% chance. Nope, 55 out of 33.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Maybe a. Yeah, Professor, do you speak Latin?
Oh, I do, yeah.
What's that say?
Oh, that means Holy Spirit.
Huh. All right. Got it. We got everything here?
Well, I think we still have quite a lot to sift through as he kind of gestures to like 3 other large filing cabinets.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
let's get down to
if
business.
we need to take a break, obviously we can. Again, we don't need to do this all in one day. No rush.
I'm all right. Keep going if you want.
I've got another couple hours in me at least, so yeah, we can do this again.
I got a couple more days in me. Bare minimum.
Same thing. You want?
What time is it?
It'd probably be about 3 in the afternoon now.
3 in the afternoon. Quick break for lunch. Back at it. I'll go grab something while you take a quick.
That sounds good. I will. I'll take a scan of the area.
All right. Yeah, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna go to the nearest market, buy all of the ingredients, and then set up the camp stove somewhere innocuous.
Sure.
And then just make lunch and bring it in.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Anything specific, or is it the good old eggs and hash browns?
Coffee. We're gonna get some bread.
Okay.
We're gonna get some. We're gonna splurge.
Okay.
A little bit of meats.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get a little bit of that ham. No, we still have the pot roast. Yeah, we're just gonna have pot roast sandwiches.
I like it. Alrighty. As you kind of get back in, you see that the professor is currently kind of flipping through a newspaper, and he says, "Okay, look, I think I found something else. It seems to build off of what you found. In August 1853, report of investigations by the police into the Starry Wisdom sect. No evidence was found connecting a series of disappearances in the area to the cult." So it sounds like there was some disappearances happening, but the police couldn't tag it to the cult.
They usually can't.
Right. I will say a cult makes a really easy scapegoat if something else were happening. But we'll keep on looking. Maybe there is something else in here that can detail some more.
She's going to take a look through that particular article and see if there's anything out of sorts about it. Just read through
Yeah,
it.
there's no more really additional details than that basic stuff that he kind of transcribed, I guess. Basically, there were just the report was just about that the police were starting investigations on the cult, which was kind of the first act publicly, I guess, against the cult from a governmental standpoint. Since they were established in the mid 40s, so it was kind of news because of that.
Okay. Yeah. We'll take that one and make sure you get that there food in you. Can't much have that old brain churn along if you ain't got no fuel.
Yeah, he takes some of the bread and some ham, and he begins to also sip from the coffee as well, as he kind of begins to sort through another filing cabinet, searching for some things.
Yeah, she's just got a tin pot of coffee that she pulled out in here once she got back inside.
Excellent.
That nobody noticed.
Perfect. If you'd like, you would have time for at least one more library use roll for the day if you'd like to make that.
I think his is probably drastically better than mine, so
It is a
he
bit
can
better.
go ahead and do that.
Do you want to make one and then
I
have
only
him
have,
make
like-
one as well, or do you want to give him a bonus die?
Yeah, let's do that.
Perfect.
Let's give him a bonus die because
Sure.
I've got only 30 library use.
Okay. Okay, same thing.
Oh, that's the same.
But still, 48 for him, which is a normal success, which is still solid. He finds another article in this list of things, and it takes maybe about an hour and a half to finally sort through and get it. It seems to discuss continued disappearances of people in the Federal Hill area. It appeared in the bulletin in February of 1866. And it briefly mentions the results from the 1853 police investigation as being inconclusive. So adding the dates up, the last known article that you guys could find was in 1853. Jumping all the way to 1866, the disappearances are still occurring over that span, which is definitely very suspect, as that normally doesn't happen. And it seems like it was a large amount specifically in this area of Federal Hill.
Okay, so this is a very long-running cult.
It seems so.
Yeah, Irons is just gonna spend most of the time, like, looking at these articles, trying to figure out numbers, or, like, vague estimates of what we're gonna be expecting when we barnstorm their outpost.
Sure.
Or their compound, I should say.
Absolutely. You begin to try to gather as much as you can. It seems like there's not a lot of information about them here on the in the news, the bulletin at least. But it really only comes up when there's a little bit more development, because it seems to be fairly stagnant for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you continue to do some research until the sun begins to set and the actual building begins to close. Jumping back to the Pie Boys, the Pie Squared team.
Pie boys. What are the pie boys?
The
Copyrighted.
I guess jumping back in time a little bit too, because they've been going on for a decent amount of time now. You are heading to the what was it? The Spirito Santo Church. Is that correct?
Yes. And when we're looking for the name of the pastor, I look at my
Yes.
hand.
It's a little bit smudged, but you can still make out the name. I just need to pull it up in my notes so I don't give you the wrong name. Father Merluzzo.
Macabre?
Okay.
Like, looking at my hand. Can you read this? What's the father's name?
Merluzzo. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Merluzzo.
Merluzzo.
Merluzzo. Father Merluzzo. But, no, yeah, Father Merluzzo. Meluzzo.
Lazo?
How do you pronounce this? I show you my smudged hand.
I would. Malazzo.
Meluzzo? Let's go with that. Okay, well, let's go in, shall we?
After you.
I'm gonna look at the church. Is this like a wealthy church? Is
It
this
looks
like a...
pretty well kept. So, as you've gone into this part of the church, federal or part of the city, the Federal Hill kind of section of the town, you see that it seems to be a lot of immigrants. It seems that you can tell, but the church does seem to be quite well kept. I wouldn't say it's like the richest place, but I mean it's very nice. And
what kind of church is it?
you can tell it seems to be Catholic.
Oh, cool. So are there nuns?
Oh lord.
You don't know.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like I'm immediately uncomfortable, and I'm like, oh god. You're telling me we're gonna be dealing with Catholics?
Unfortunately.
Oh god. Gotta kind of grumble as I enter.
Excellent. The door, it's actually two large doors that you kind of push open, and inside you see.
Oh, thank God it wasn't one small door.
It's a number of what is it? Like pews. Is that right? Yeah, I haven't been to church in real life in a long time. And you see a older gentleman who is currently kind of in a side room, who is wearing like is it? Hang on.
Is it a side room or like a confessional?
No, it's like a side room. It's not a confessional. It's like an office.
That would have been great.
Wearing adorned in priestly garb, approaches both of you and says, "Oh, hello. How may I help you two gentlemen today?"
Oh, hello. Are you Father... I look at my hand again.
Milazzo?
Maluzzo, yes.
Maluzzo.
Yes,
Maluzzo.
that is I. Is anything I can do for you two gentlemen?
Do you know about the cult of the star wisdom?
Just right off the
or
bat,
wisdom
alright,
of
cool.
the
He kind of
stars?
like steps back a little bit and says, well, yes, I suppose I know some things about it.
Well, we are looking to get rid of it, and we need to know what to do
well, I
about
believe
it.
the cult is long gone now at this point.
We have reason to believe otherwise. Can I psychology
Yeah, I was also
this
about
guy?
to
Yeah, go for
ask
it.
if I could do that.
Both of you can.
Cool. Alright. Well, I fail.
It's a fail. Oh, damn it.
10.
Well, all right. So that is a 50 versus 25 for Marty, and a 29 versus 10 for Marty, and a 50 versus 25 for Jeremy. So both of you fail. He seems confused. Like, I mean, it was kind of an abrupt question. He doesn't necessarily even know your names yet. But he says, I mean, they are. No, I mean they're long gone now. They, I don't know why what interests you in such things.
We're just doing the good of the community, sir.
All right,
But now, so what do you know about them? Where did they activate? Where were their outposts?
I
Is
only
there anywhere else we could look for?
I only recall information about them when I was a boy, when I was growing up around in these parts. There's rumors that the cult was in league with some supernatural entity that had been called down to earth by some blasphemous rites. Bowen, that archaeologist, Egyptologist, whatever. He learned them apparently.
He helped them?
Well, yes, his name was Bowen. Yes, I believe was his name.
Is that the guy?
No, that is Gregory something else. I messed up at the very beginning of the session and said the wrong name. So that's probably why you're thinking of it that way.
Well, do you know where we could find any more information about this man?
I don't know. Maybe asking around some of the older members of the community. Like I said, I was just a boy, but
I'm gonna write the name down on the back of my hand this time, so it gets less smudged.
I like it. Bowen.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to we should go to the historical society. Now, is there any more information you could give us?
Well,
we're trying to do the good of the community. Can I try to roll a charm to see if I can get a little more?
Absolutely, I like that. You could certainly.
Cool. Now, I'm a senator, sir, and so I know what it means to do good for my constituents under God. And now, while I might not be a Catholic, we are Christians united in faith. And I was wondering if you could perhaps help us a little more in our struggle. Ah!
Okay.
81 out of
Yeah,
55.
Marty can't make charm rolls.
An 81 versus...
Yeah, dude, I have
I
a 76 in
He
charm.
says...
I can't make any roll other than a fucking credit rating
Yeah,
roll.
he kind of scratches the back of his neck a little bit, and he says, I believe that's all that I can remember, but if I remember
I'm gonna
anything else...
Can I walk up to him?
I'm gonna tag in the other guy.
Yeah.
Tag in the private eye.
I want to like just tower over him. Not too much, not too little, but definitely intimidating enough. And just be like, sir, I'm not from here, and I would really appreciate not to come back to this precious church. If you could tell us anything, it'd be much appreciated.
All right. Are you going for a charm or persuade?
I'm going for intimidate.
Oh, intimidate.
I'll take offense to that though.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it. Okay.
34 out of 75.
That's a hard success. A 34 out of 75. As he kind of says, look, okay, I can bring you to the church records and you can search around and see if you can find anything else there. I don't know anything else, but if you want...
Now that is helpful, isn't it, Senator?
Yes, that is wonderful.
And he kind of leads you into this side room and he says, feel free to look around.
Oh, and one last question.
Yes?
Is there any nuns here?
Not currently.
Asking for a friend.
Not
All right.
currently.
Now, that's just rude.
What?
I kind of shake my head as I enter the room.
Rude on me or rude on him?
You.
What? It's rude that they
Don't
don't have
ask him.
nuns.
You don't ask a man where he keeps his nuns.
Wow.
As both of you sift through this room, I'd like you both to make library use rolls.
Oh no. I have not been to a library in a long time. Oh,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
40 out of 20.
Okay. See if Mr. Grant can pull this out.
Oh, sorry, what?
I'll make a library use roll.
Ooh, that's not gonna happen, but I'll try.
Yeah, I failed.
Oh yeah, yikes.
We just kind of poke
So
around in the papers.
you spend about a good 3 hours in here, kind of rummaging through these records. However, you do successfully find a small entry concerning devil worship, by Starry Wisdom.
Ooh.
Who call now in quotes, call upon a demon which fears the power of light. This entry was made in 1853 by apparently the current priest at that time, who was Father O'Malley.
Father O'Malley.
Do we know that name?
You two haven't heard it yet, but the other two in the bulletin uncovered that
Okay,
name.
yeah.
Yes.
But
I'm gonna write that also on the back of my
Sure
head.
thing.
Cool.
That's fucking. I had an inside joke of a guy, a priest named Father O'Malley, and I just laughed.
You like
Can I do like a
chalk.
spot hidden check to see if there's like, I don't know, something hidden in here?
Yeah, go for it.
Could I do a listen check?
Yeah, go for it.
See if I can
Hard
listen
success,
for anything
28 out of
hidden in here.
75.
Okay. Ooh, hard success, 28 out of 75.
Yes, a normal
Yes,
success.
you can hear the heartbeats of both men, Marty.
Yeah.
As your bloodlust grows, your need to consume.
I need.
No, I mean with a successful listen, nothing sounds out of the ordinary. It's all above board. There's not like a secret closet of nuns, anywhere that you can tell. And with a hard success, you can definitively tell that there is nothing hidden here.
Okay, cool.
This man is pretty straightforward. He's not hiding any additional information from you in terms of on paper. There's no like hidden, I don't know, like invisible ink on any of the paper. It all seems above board.
Did he give us a list of older members, or did he just recommend we somehow find older members?
No, he just basically let you go in here and do some and poke around and looking through stuff.
Yeah, but before that, he said.
He mentioned
perhaps...
older members of the community, not necessarily of the church,
okay,
but just
I see.
older people who would have been, he looks like he might be in his mid 40s to early 50s. So like older than that would probably be, 60 or so would be like an adult at the time of the.
All right.
These
I don't think it's worth investigating those people, but
let's go down to the historical society, shall we?
Let's do it.
Or what, should we meet the other group down at the hotel?
Let's meet with the other group.
Excellent.
Okay.
As you now at probably close to the same time now, the sun is since you've spent some decent time working on stuff. You maybe the pie team gets there a little bit earlier than the other two since they spent more time doing some research. You all do eventually though converge back at the hotel. And I assume for the sake of narrative and the podcast, we don't need to repeat everything. I assume you just kind of exchange information, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you want to hold back from each other?
Yeah.
Nope.
I think
Yeah.
one thing that's made of particular note is the that we should go to the other church in that area. Irons makes note of the fact that there's two churches in that area. We know that there's some shit going down in Federal Hill, and like we're looking for a cult. There's two churches in Federal Hill. One of them are the Catholics. They're not involved.
Seemingly.
Like we know that at least historically they weren't involved. So
Yeah. They actually acted against them.
yeah.
True.
So seems like Free Will Church might be the way to go.
Excellent.